This umbrella's for two, I'll hold it up for you. Know that we're in this together. When the rain's leaking through, you can stand on my boots. I'm not just a friend in fair weather. When it's 2 in the morning and lightning and storming and worries are thundering through. When you're lost and you're broken, my arms are wide open. I'm not giving up on you. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on you. When your world's crashing down and there's no one around, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on you. When you feel worlds away, like you're drifting in space, I will be there with a lifeline. When you've lost touch with sleep, when the darkness grows deep, I will be there through the sunrise, through the tossing and turning, the aching and burning. I'll always be there for you. Through the worse and through better, we're in this together. I'm not giving up on you. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on you. When the world's crashing down and there's no one around, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on you. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on you. When your world's crashing down and there's no one around, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on you. All right. It's gonna be a good day. Hey, I think I'm gonna sing a guitar song right now. All right, maybe just a little bit of one. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. Feeling good and loving life. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. And it's 11 o'clock, time to start service. It's a great day to be alive.
Thanks so much, Patricia. And welcome everyone to Unity Spiritual Community in Citrus Heights. And would you please join us in singing our opening song, which is a new one to us called You Are Welcome Here. It's by Patricia.
Awesome.
Let's see.
So we get those lyrics up on the screen.
Yeah, here we go.
Right. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to sing it through and just, jump in whenever you feel prepared. Or even if you don't feel prepared, There's no time like the present. Okay. So I wrote this one with Karen Novi, and I love to sing this at the beginning of service to let everyone know that they are welcome. And you can turn to your neighbor if you have somebody with you on Zoom, or just metaphorically, perhaps in the interwebs, and let the person next to you know that they are welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. No matter where you come from, no matter where you've been, come on in. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Join me on that, please. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. No matter where you come from, no matter where you've been, come on in. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Come as you are, don't change a thing. Just bring yourself and come on in. Now we're gonna change the key. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. No matter where you come from, no matter where you've been, come on in. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here.
Thank you, Patricia. And good morning, everyone, and welcome. Are you hearing me? Okay. I'm on Amy's computer today. And Amy, say hi, Amy.
Hello.
We're here at her house. She's training for facilitating Zoom this morning. We're so glad to see you all. Good morning, and welcome to our stay-at-home Sunday service. Unity Spiritual Community in Citrus Heights usually meets every week at Sylvan Community Center in Citrus Heights. But one Sunday a month, we stay at home or we join from afar. And we have the opportunity to come together from wherever we are and to bring in our inspiring speakers from far and wide. So we welcome all of you joining us on Zoom and on Facebook today. On YouTube Live today, actually. I am Lisa Lawson, and I'm joined today by Patricia Bahia, who is our guest speaker and musician. And she's joining us from Los Angeles, I believe, or Burbank. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that. And so,
Burbank,
so let
yes.
us, yeah, Burbank. Okay. So we're going to take a moment now just to take a sacred breath together as we appreciate the holiness of this moment in which we unify through these energetic connections of the universe. And we appreciate each one of you, and we know that you are here by divine appointment. And now I would like to invite Ashley Forsyth to read today's daily word. Now let me just let you unmute, Ashley. Um, Here, let's see. Okay, hold on. Something disappeared. Okay, I'm going to ask Ashley to unmute, and there we go.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Um, Today is August 11th, 2024, and the word for today is prosperity. I live an abundant life. It often has been said you can't take it with you. While it is true that money and material possessions must be left behind when I transition from this life, these things are not the source of my prosperity. My true wealth lies in my consciousness, my ability to give and receive love, to share what I have and receive from others with equal joy, to understand and use creative power of thought, and to know myself and all people as living expressions of the divine. I live consciously and abundantly, making wise use of Earth's resources and drawing upon the limitless storehouse of divine ideas. Through the power of God within me, I enrich my life physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And the scripture today is from Matthew 6:20, and it reads, "But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust consumes, and where thieves do not break in and steal." And the word for today is prosperity. Thanks.
Thank you, Ashley. All right. And now we're going to have a little interview segment with Patricia. This is her first time being with us on Zoom. And it was interesting how this came about because Faith Rivera was going to do this service, and she became unavailable, and she suggested Patricia. And I met Patricia at Posi Fest several years ago at Unity Village, and we had a really great time there. We had a nice conversation, I believe, at the Pajama Jam. So I was so glad to have her suggest you to join us. And I remember you, Patricia, you won. I think you were nominated or won a Posi for Every Day as a Gift that year, and I see that on your on
On
your
my shirt.
your
I don't know.
tank top.
It's sort of hidden there, but yes.
Yeah, which is funny because I actually wore that in for my pajamas last night. That
Ah,
my I love that.
the tank
It's got
top, yes.
on and the tank top. Yeah. So Patricia, what I just find that you've had such an interesting life and career, and it's really probably a life that most people just couldn't even imagine. So I was wondering if you could just tell us just a little bit about your life and what it's like to do what you do.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me today. This is great, and it's great to see everybody on Zoom. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about this in my talk as well, but I'll give the super short version. Um, when I was growing up, I knew that my calling was to be a singer and to make music. And even when I was like really quite young, like grade school, I had this desire to write songs. But I got the message that several messages. One, that it was irresponsible to try and have a life in music because I would never be able to support myself, and it was very important in my family, as a woman in particular, to be able to support myself. So I was very discouraged. I was like, it's okay to, sing, but don't try and make a career out of it. The quote was, "You'll be living in a dirty basement with fleas." That was the vision for being a musician. But I loved music so much, and I always did it. And so I did the right thing, so-called, and went to law school. So I went to college, went to law school, practiced law, and I sang on the side. I moonlighted, and then had a company. The idea of starting that company was to have more time to do music and art. And for any of you who have gone down that entrepreneurial road, having a company can just take over your life. One of my friends used to always say, "You're free to work any 80 hours of the week that you like." So long story short, I had this successful company and less and less and less time to do music. And then I had ovarian cancer in 2003. And that just rocked my world in a lot of different ways. And I decided that I had always wanted to write songs, and I would just start doing that. Because if not then, when, And 20 years later, here I am. I'm still alive, and I'm making music, and I am no longer practicing law. So, and I've been fortunate enough to, partly because of living in LA and working with, the wonderful, talented musicians who are here, I've been able to license music on TV shows, movies, trailers, commercials, and I just love it. I love writing songs. That's like my favorite thing in the world.
And Patricia, I was checking out your website, and you have a beautiful website. And so if anybody's interested in seeing and hearing more of what Patricia does, is patriciabahia.com, right? Is that the
Yes.
right website? Right. And
Yeah.
so there's examples of, um, commercials that your music is on, or, ads and TV shows, and as well as music videos. So yeah, and songs. And so I encourage
Yes.
everybody to check that out.
And
And I
there's
was
a merch store.
a
So
merch store.
if you want your very own, every day is a gift, t-shirt or tank top, I've got them. And I've got jewelry and a whole bunch of other stuff up there.
Cool. So Patricia, I was curious, how did you come to Unity, or New Thought? What was your little path there?
Yeah, I feel like I've been on the path since a very young child without knowing it. The most recent way that I got on and how I found out about the Posies was I was at a songwriting retreat. I write songs. I love writing songs, and I go, any chance I get, if there's a place like to go be with other songwriters, and just write songs, I do that. And I was at one in, I believe it was 2016, and Harold Payne, who is a wonderful songwriter, musician, and just a beautiful human being and light in the world of positive music. I think his email is something like Positive Pain, because it's pretty funny, I think. Anyway, he was a guest at this retreat, and when I read his bio and it said he does positive music, I was like, I want to find out more about this. And he said, well, the Positive Music Festival, the Posi Fest, is in about 3 weeks. I think you should come. I knew nothing about it. And I was just compelled to buy a plane ticket and go to Florida because that's where it was at the time. And that's when I met, the whole Posi tribe. What's interesting about that is that looking back on it, I had been making positive music. I sang in an interfaith gospel choir in Oakland called Oakland Interfaith. I had been in that group for 20 years. As a child, I was raised in the Baha'i faith, which is very much of like the Middle Eastern version of Unitarianism or unity. So I kind of had been on this path my whole life without realizing it. And
Okay.
but I have to thank Harold for introducing me to Posi Fest and the positive music world.
Well, we're so glad you're in this tribe. So, yeah. So I think with that, we are going to move on to um let's see. Well, we're going to go ahead and bless the prayer requests, and then we'll move on to your segment with your music and your talk and meditation. So,
Great, great.
so let us at this moment time bring our attention to those requests that we hold in our hearts. Share this again. Oh, we didn't sing This Is My Tribe. Did we sing it? No.
No, I
Okay,
thought
so that's next.
okay.
We changed the order. Oh yeah, I did the interview early, so
Oh
let's
yeah, no
go ahead
worries.
and sing your song.
Okay, well, and I want you all to sing along with me, of course. One thing, once you get to know me, you'll know one of my favorite things is singing with other people. It's hard on Zoom because everybody has to be muted, otherwise, they're with the delays, etc. But so we're just going to imagine that we're all singing this together. And interestingly enough, I did write this with Harold Payne. So let me just find it here real quick. I have too many windows open. I apologize. I know I have it here. Okay. All right, well, I'll just find it again. I don't know, I must have closed the window by accident. Is everybody still there? Are you still with me? Okay, here we go. So when we get to the chorus, we're going to do a chant and spell out the word tribe. So be prepared. We come together. It's meant to be. In this moment, this point of destiny, we got each other's backs, walk in each other's shoes. These are my people, my brothers, my sisters, the family I choose. This is my tribe. This is my tribe. This is where I thrive, where I come alive. This is my tribe. Oh, spell it with me. T-R-I-B-E-M-I-T. R-I-B-E-M-I-T. R-I-B-E-M-I tribe. We're all on a journey, but it feels like home. And wherever we go, we know we're not alone. We share our burdens, we lift each other up. There for each other, come hell or high water, no matter what. This is my tribe. This is my tribe. This is where I thrive, where I come alive. This is my tribe. Oh, yeah. T-I-I-B-E-Y-T. I-I-B-E-Y-T. My tribe. One more time. T-I-I-B-E-Y-T. I-I-B-E-Y-T. I-I-B-E my tribe.
Oh, thank you, Patricia. So now we move into our time of blessing our prayer requests. And we do draw our attention to those concerns that we have in our hearts for ourselves and our loved ones and for our world community. And we breathe into God's peace this morning, remembering the divine order that is present in every situation. And each of those people and each of those circumstances, we remember to see in the light of the consciousness of order. Breathing into our faith and our peace, using our imagination to see the potential of each situation, letting go of any of our negative concepts around each, as we embrace the joy, the faith, the love that brings us together this morning. And so we release our concerns into the Christ light this morning, knowing that all is well. And we do encourage you to call Silent Unity for your individual prayer requests. The number is there. Or there's a wonderful app that you can get on your phone called Be Unity. You can send prayer requests by through that app as well as on phone, and you'll get a response. So we encourage you to do that, or you can even email us at info@unitycitrusheights.org if you'd like to be added to our monthly wellness calling with our prayer chaplains. Right. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Patricia, and she's going to share with us her music and her talks.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, now I've got the reverb on. I got to remember to turn that off. Okay, here we go. Ah, that's better. Excuse me. So today, the topic is shine your light, sharing your gifts with the world. And I'd like to start. Can you all hear me okay? First off. No? Are we having trouble with the audio? Yes, we're good? Okay, awesome. Yeah, I would hate to do a whole talk and you all not be able to hear it, so I'm glad I checked. Okay. So I want to start by sharing a quote from Marianne Williamson's book, A Return to Love. I love this quote because it really gets to the idea of shining your light, being a positive not only for ourselves, but for everyone around us. And her quote is this: we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And that's from Marianne Williamson, A Return to Love. There's other folks who have said similar things. Howard Thurman has this to say on the topic. He says, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and then go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." So I want to start my talk with a song that I wrote with J.D. Martin. It's called Just One You. And there's a call response section in this. I'm going to say just one, and then I'm going to point at the camera. Just one you is what you'll say. And unfortunately, because of the delays inherent in Zoom, you will be on mute, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me and yourselves singing. So this song, it pretty much says it. I don't even have to describe. I don't have to explain it. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the reverb on. Hold on. And before we go, can you hear the piano? Okay. Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you. Listen to the beating of your heart. Take the time to find out who you are. 'Cause you got something special. You're one of a kind. And this whole world needs to see your shining light. There's just one you. Just one you. Ain't no use trying to be somebody else. You're the only one who can be yourself. There's just one you. Just one you. Only you can be the best you. Nobody else can do what you do, what you do, what you do. I wanna hear you sing your song. Sing it loud so the whole world can sing along. Don't dim your light, 'cause it's in somebody else's eyes. I need to see you shining bright. There's just one you. Just one you. Ain't no use trying to be somebody else. You're the only one who can be yourself. There's just one you. Just one you. Only you can be the best you. Nobody else can do what you do, what you do. There's just one you. Just one you. Just one. Nobody else just one you, just one you, just one. Nobody else can do what you do, what you do. There's just one of you, just one you. Ain't no use trying to be somebody else. You're the only one who can be yourself. There's just one you, just one you. Only you can be the best you. Nobody else can do what you do, what you do. Nobody else can do what you do, what you do. Nobody else can do what you do, what you do, what you do. Oh, thank you so much. So, Michelle Obama has a book called The Light We Carry, and she talks a lot about inner brightness. She says each of us carries an inner brightness, a unique and individual flame that's worth protecting. And when we recognize our own light, we become empowered to use it for self-expression as well as to connect meaningfully with others. She says, when one light feeds another, one strong family lends strength to more, one engaged community can ignite those around it. This is the power of the light we carry. And to me, what that's really all about is the power of self-expression to empower others to also shine their lights. So that's what Just One You is about. You know, you're one of a kind. Each of us is unique. And, you know, it's like the whole idea of fingerprints and voice prints, snowflakes, you know, there's just one of each of us. And by being fully ourselves and sharing our unique gifts, we can create a ripple effect of hope. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been always inspired by people who love what they do. And there have been times when I thought, oh, you know, if I see like a doctor who's really into their profession, I think, well, okay, maybe I should be a doctor, like, because it's infectious, right? When you see someone who's just into what they do. And I think the key is tapping into what are unique strengths and what lights us up, each person. So I have a number of songs that are about this. I think because I really had to struggle to overcome the idea that doing what my soul was calling me to do was somehow self-indulgent or irresponsible. But if you really think about it, if you're put on this earth to do something, isn't it actually self-indulgent and irresponsible not to follow your calling? I mean, it's certainly withholding from the world your unique gifts and talents. So a while ago, I wrote this next song. It's called Let Your Colors Shine. And I wrote it in part for one of my nieces who, when she was younger, was incredibly shy and hard on herself. She was the kind of perfectionist that would go into an exam after having studied for many, many hours and leave it blank. Because if she wasn't 100% sure that it would be perfect, she would rather just not do it at all. And that sort of withholding of her inner light, even in in an exam situation was so harmful to her and also to the folks around her because she wasn't allowing herself to shine. So I was inspired to write this for her as well as for myself. I feel like at least for me, I need to hear this message a lot. And the more I hear it, it's like an aspirational thing. I wrote a lot of empowering songs. If you go on my website, you'll see I have a lot of like sports songs that have been licensed. And, they're about being unstoppable and etc. And a lot of those are definitely aspirational because I can get in my own way as much as anybody else can. But when I'm singing these songs, it helps. All right, this is called Let Your Colors Shine. You're a comet blazing, painting the night. Forgot the reverb. Okay, let's do that again. You're a comet blazing, painting the night. When you show it, so amazing, out of this world, out of sight, and you don't even know it. I wish you could see you the way that I do, without even trying. You warm up the room with your smile, you turn on the light. So come on, let your colors shine. Shine. Let your colors shine, yeah, all over the world. Until I was fading away in the dark. Now the gray has lost its shade and the clouds all roll away. You bring the spark. Oh yeah, flower whose power is drawn from the sun. When I'm down, you lift me up with your smile. You turn up the light. So come on, let your colors shine. Let your colors shine. Let your colors shine. Got it like no other, only one of a kind. You fill the world with color, hey, 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 hey. So let it shine, yeah. Let your colors shine. Let your colors shine. Let your colors shine. So we talked a little bit already. I shared a little bit of my journey from lawyer to singer and songwriter. I actually had managed to keep singing even during practicing law. I was moonlighting. So I was Pat Nievenhausen by day and Patricia Bahia by night. And now I get to be Patricia Bahia all the time. But 20 years ago, I had ovarian cancer. So I had been a lawyer, I was practicing law, then my husband and I started this company so that we would have more control over our schedules and so we could do more art. And as I mentioned before, the company kind of took over and it was very successful, but sort of at the expense of doing music. And I was still singing, but I had never written a song. And then when I had the cancer diagnosis, I had to stop everything. So I had surgery, I went through chemo. It was a hard path. And for those of you who have walked that path or walked with family members or friends on that path, it can be really tough. But there was also a bit of a silver lining for me, because it enabled me to course correct and get off the path of being in the corporate world almost exclusively and get back to the creative world, which is where I personally think I should have been the whole time. But it took me, the great thing about detours is you do learn things that when you get back on the path can be very, very helpful. So having been an attorney, it does come in handy when I'm dealing with legal aspects of music licensing and other things. But a new path can be frightening, particularly not knowing, where is it going to lead. And one of the things that I took a lot of solace from, well, two things actually. One was this Martin Luther King quote. He said, "You don't need to know where the path is going to lead before you take the step." The quote is, "Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step." And so when I was just starting to write songs, I spoke with one of my teachers about this. I, booked like a private one-on-one. I was like, where is this going to lead? I'm a 40-something-year-old lawyer. I'm just starting to write songs. And, with that legal training, I guess I really just, I was used to the idea of, you set a goal and you know where you're going and you follow the path. And with creative world, it doesn't really work like that. And what she told me was, follow the light. So watch what lights me up and then do that next thing. So just don't worry about where it's going. Like Martin Luther King, just take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take that first step. So this next song I want to sing for you is about that. Let me just get set up here and make sure I'm roughly in tune. Okay, and how's everything? You can still hear? Everything's good? Okay, wonderful. So this song is called Book of My Life. And I wrote this with Diana Rose Dawson, who is someone I've been writing songs with. I think the first song I wrote with her, we wrote in person in 2009, and I have not seen her in person ever again. But I feel like I see her a lot because back in 2009, I think we were using Skype, or we might have even been using some kind of instant messenger thing that was through AOL. I mean, and then we went to FaceTime. I think now we're mostly using Zoom, but she's a wonderful singer and songwriter, and we wrote this song about both of our journeys. It's called Book of My Life. I was rubble on the ground a skyscraper torn down, once so tall and strong. Then my everything was gone, struggling to breathe. It was hard to believe I could ever turn the page, that I would ever find my way, even though I was lost and nothing felt right. Wouldn't change one line in the book of my life, though day after day was a never-ending night. Wouldn't change one line in the book of my life. In the middle of disaster, when it felt like ever after, I just couldn't understand how there could be a greater plan. When the earth was all done shaking, I suddenly awakened, got up off the floor, so much stronger than before. I won't curse the darkness, it taught me how to fight. Wouldn't change one line in the book of my life. I found a strength inside, I'm holding to it tight. Wouldn't change one line in the book of my life. Future is wide open. My story's end is yet unspoken, and though the past has left its marks, I will never hide my scars. They remind me where I've been, and I live through every page again, 'cause it's the dark nights I've been through that helped me see this truth. Without the darkness, I couldn't see the light. Wouldn't change one line in the book of my life. Every moment from the lows up to the heights. Wouldn't change one line in the book of my life. Wouldn't change one line in the book of my life. And as we move into meditation, I invite you to think of yourself as the sky. You are the sky, and your thoughts and feelings are simply clouds passing by, nothing more. Just let things that come up as you're meditating, notice them and let them pass. All right, so focus in on your breathing. Take a deep breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Observe the present moment as it is. And remember that the aim of mindfulness is not emptying the mind completely. The goal is simple. We're just trying to pay attention to the present moment without judgment. The goal is simply just to be here now. Center down, enter in. The noise will fade away as you begin to listen to the quiet inside your soul. Every worry, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let peace be now. So repeat after me. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. Let love be now. Be now. Embrace yourself for all you are. Listen to the truth inside your heart. Forget the past and what the future holds. Don't worry about what you don't know. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. Let joy, let joy be now. Be now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let hope be now. One last one. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. Let love be now. Be now. Be now. I'd like to leave you with one last quote. This is from Charles Bukowski, The Laughing Heart. He says, "Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on the watch. There are ways out. There is a light somewhere. It may not be much light. It beats the darkness. Be on the watch. The gods will offer you chances. Know them, take them. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods want to delight in you.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you.
All right. Are we, so are you complete?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Let's just give Patricia a virtual hand in whatever way works here. Thank you so much. All right. So at this time, we're going to acknowledge our offering and bless it. So we'll just share again. And as we breathe into gratitude for our gifts and for the good that they bring as they pass through our loving community, we are just grateful for each other and for each one of our gifts that sustain and support us and allow us to be present in the world in this way. And in this great circle of life, our hearts open. We give generously and joyfully, knowing that our hearts are also open to receive all the gifts of the universe. And so, knowing we bless these offerings and all that they provide, and we say our affirmation together. Say it with me. I give thanks for my new vision of God as my infinite, constant, abundant source. And let us say that one more time. I give thanks for my new vision of God as my infinite, constant, abundant source. And so it is. You may make your gift online on our website, unitycitrusheights.org. There is a button right on that homepage, or there's always a button on our weekly email that comes out on Fridays. So we thank you for your support. We have just a few announcements this morning. First of all, today after our service, we're going to have a stay and chat. So we invite you to stay online. We'll open it up into gallery view and we'll have a chance to talk with Patricia and with each other and find out what's going on in our lives. Next week, we'll be right back at Sylvan Community Center. Christy Mattal, who did music for us last week, is going to speak for us. She's speaking about hope for the future today. And talking about a little bit more about the law of mind action. And we have a potluck and potlatch after next week's service. So the potluck, you'll bring food to share, and the potlatch means you bring whatever it is that you want to pass on, things that you still care about, but you know it's time to share with someone else, and you can pick things up that other people gift. Please do sign up for the potluck online on our website so that we can plan and make sure that all the different food elements are covered. Then on the 20th, which is a Tuesday, we will be having a full moon gathering. That's going to be at Stevie Kaplinger's house. And please sign up for that online as well, so that Amy and Carla can plan for, preparing for whatever they need to set up for whoever's coming. The last week of the month, we'll be back at Sylvan Community Center as well. So that's all the announcements for today. And at this time, we will move into our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
All right. And of course, invite you to sing along. I sing this one as Yes, There Is Peace on Earth. Is that okay? Instead of Let There. Yeah, okay. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we, as we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, there is peace on earth. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
And we know that the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well.
Amen.
You gonna take us out with the song, Patricia?
Sure. Yes, yes, yes. Social media's just illusion. It's like mind pollution. Oh, I could get lost in here. Got your selfies and your filters, self-esteem killers. Oh, it's time to clear the air. I won't be so damn critical. I know that I am beautiful. Oh, and I don't have to be perfect to be worth it. Gonna love myself, I deserve it. I deserve it. I know where to begin. I'm starting from within. I'm beautiful in my own skin. In my own skin. Da 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 da. In my own skin. Da 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 da. Quit sizing up your real life by someone else's highlights. Oh, you know it's a show, and we don't always see what goes on behind the scenes. Oh, they could be hurting too. I won't be so damn critical. I know that I am beautiful, more than enough, and I don't have to be perfect to be worth it. Gonna love myself, I deserve it. I deserve it. I know where to begin. I'm starting from within. I'm beautiful in my own skin. In my own skin. Da 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 da. In my own skin. Da 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 da. And I won't mess up my mental health, won't compare myself to no one else, no. Hell no. My uniqueness is my greatness. I have my flaws, I celebrate them. Oh, 'cause I know I don't have to be perfect to be worth it. Gonna love myself, I deserve it. I deserve it. I don't have to be perfect to be worth it. Gonna love myself. in my own skin, da 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 da, in my own skin, da 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 da, in my own skin, in my own skin, da 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 da, in my own skin.